Hey guys, welcome back to Chats with Chards with your girl Miss Chardonnay. Now I know that I look a little different today, child, because we're doing something different. Now I'm well aware that I have been lacking behind with my YouTube channel. Now let me explain. First of all, I've been chasing the shmoney, and shmoney comes before fun and games. YouTube does not pay my bills. I'm sorry. So, neither does it help me chase all of my dreams and ambitions because that needs to be financed. And unfortunately, YouTube ain't doing that. So this is fun and games for now. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you guys were expecting Big Girl Eats and obviously all the other episodes and whatnot. I will get back to that. But right now we have an interruption and I'm gonna release a few smaller videos just because I feel like we need to catch up. And this is it. So welcome to a unplanned, newly introduced segment called Raw. The Raw, uncut, uncensored, purely delivered. And as you can see, in light of that, I have no makeup on, whatnot. I am literally in bed. Like, this is just coming to you because I felt like it needed to come, guys. I felt like this just needed to happen. So welcome to that segment. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump straight in because there's a few things that I really want to touch on today. Like, I'm not gonna call it being triggered. Yeah, this is like bedtime story kind of like rawness. I'm not gonna call it being triggered, but we need to catch it. Okay. So the first section I want to talk to you guys about is the cancel culture. Now, whether we support it or not, it exists. And I feel like it has obviously existed for a while. And for those of you who don't know what the cancel culture is, it's where you analyze a situation and you just rule people out of interacting with you, of being your friends, of being in a relationship with you, of having any kind of situation. Like, you cancel them and you move on. You pick a new person. You get someone else to fill their shoes as such. But it's always been there, but it's definitely so much more prominent now, especially when we have like online dating, when you've got all these things where people are so much more accessible to every other person in the world. You know, you don't really need to stick around for so much crap anymore. People don't need to, struggle through the hard times with people anymore, or deal with difficult situations, or even spend time trying to know each other that well, because that if something happens, they can always move on to the next boat, next story, next situation, whatever it is. So the cancel culture has been there, but it has definitely become a lot more profuse in the last couple of years. Now, personally, I think the cancel culture is not bad entirely. It can be misused or it could be used out of place, but I think it is good to fully assess who is in your life, why they are there, what purpose they are there for, and if that is benefiting yourself, or if if both people are benefiting from the situation, not just one-sided, but both people. And if it's not benefiting your life from a personal point of view, I'm really sorry, but that person needs to go. Or even if I'm not saying that you gotta put them in the bin, because there's the whole put them in the, and I say this frequently, you need to be put in the bin kind of situation. That sounds really bad, but it is a situation where I just need to spend less of my time with you or dedicated to you, less of my energy, less of my effort, less of my resources, less of my time. Time, believe it or not, is the most valuable thing in this planet, in this world, and people don't value it enough. If you spend so much more of your time, trust me, it's like emptying your bank account into the toilet. If you waste your time with certain people doing certain things, focusing on the wrong things and spending it in really useless ways, you may as well just, it is equivalent to getting your whole life savings, your whole bank account, your whole assets, and just dumping them down the toilet. Time is so much more valuable than money, and honey, what you do with that needs to be taken into consideration, because not everybody's worth your time, not everybody is worth your effort, your resources, whatever it is you feel like you need to do to get to where you need to go. You really need to consider who you are spending your time with and who you're giving your time to. So no, not everybody can have a chat Okay, not everybody can have a conversation with you. Not everybody you answer the phone to. Not everybody you reply their messages. Not every. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's some people that if you've got nothing to say, you've got nothing to bring. Like, there's a time. There's a time for uselessness. I'm sorry. There's a time for everything, and there's a time for like light-hearted chat. There's a time for like non-directional conversation. But it's not every time. It's just not every time, honey. Sometimes close off your phones. Shut your eyes. Ignore it. Sometimes put them on read, like red, whatever. You have to sometimes, like, nah. Not everybody is every day worth your time that they can just pick up the phone and be calling you. I'm sorry. If you think that you can just call me all the time, anytime, ha, I don't know who you think you are, though. Yeah, I mean, my family, it's like, my family, though, they're the ones that, I'll pick up the phone to every time, but it's not every time you just talk to everybody. You call me, and so when I'm ready, I'll call you back. Who do you think you are that suddenly you can just demand my time anyhow? Suddenly you can just demand me to be at your beck and call, to be answering your phone anyhow, just like that, because what, you have so much that is so valuable to say to me. What? Sorry, not everybody gets answered. Not everybody gets answered straight away, and it shouldn't be that way. I mean, it should be that way. It should be that way. It should be selected. And I'm sorry, those who I do answer the phone to straight away, come correct, please, because my time is money. My time is busy. My time is like, it's so valuable to me. If I actually do put you on that pedestal where you are pick up on the phone or call you right back, better come correct and respect yourself. I'm just saying. And just be adding value to somebody's life, because if you start moving like that, you will just get cancelled. That's it. Done. Cancelled culture here, boy. I'm telling you. So there's positives and there's negatives of the cancel culture. Obviously, I've spoken about people really not fighting for like things that should be fought for, like relationships or friendships, or whatever kind of ship that you have. Some things do need to be like fought a bit for, and I feel like people do really let go so much more easier these days, and a lot of people don't have that fighting spirit, which I feel like is necessary in life. Because not everything's going to come easy. There's going to be trials and tribulations. Life wasn't supposed to be easy. I'm sorry. There's ups, peaks and troughs, just like mountains, just like the sea. It looks beautiful when you look at it, but there's a whole lot of different levels up in that floor. There's the reef. I'm not even going to go into it, but a whole lot of levels, whole lot of different creatures that are trying to cohabitate. Some get eaten, some survive, all this kind of stuff. And that's just like a relationship. It looks pretty on the outside, but what goes on in the inside is a lot of work. So peaks and troughs, baby, but y'all need to really try and stick stuff out a lot more. I'm not saying being in an abusive relationship. I'm not saying if someone is not good for your mental state, stick with them. If someone is really, there's different types of abuse, like mentally, physically, emotionally abusing you. Like, I'm not telling you to stick in those kind of situations. Some things really do need to be cancelled, like from the jump. You can see them red flags a mile away. Cancel them. Cancel that person. Legitimately cancel that person. But I'm talking about, you had like a small disagreement. It's not really even considered as an argument. You disagreed on what type of bread that you should have, or some little things like that. Like, there are just bigger things in life, and I recommend that you read some books or listen to some audiobooks on really understanding yourself and understanding your mental state. And understanding how you can interpret things, because believe it or not, everything's a choice. Even the way you interpret something is really a choice. And actually, that brings me on to my next topic. That's it from me, guys. Tune into the next episode of whatever that might be, of this lovely segment that has come uncut and unprepared. But necessary, very necessary for all you guys. So please tune in. It's your girl, Miss Chards. I'll see you on the other side. TTYL.